Alrighty, good day, good evening, good morning, wherever you happen to be. This is your host, ID Jester. We are playing ARKHAM Horror 3rd Edition. So let's get things. We're playing the Approach of Azathoth. So the story so far: at the center of infinity slumbers Azathoth, lulled to sleep by the ceaseless piping of accursed flutes. Yet some mortals would seek to draw the infinite power and calamity of the blind idiot god to them, and thereby doom all of humanity. Alright, so that's what we got. It's a story-driven, action, role-playing type game. And so we've got the board all set up. We have the north side, downtown, east side, merchants, and the Rivertown district. We got the decks. We have the encounter deck here. So what we're going to do here is roll a die once we shuffle it up, and that will just be our random determination of where we are going on this. So how many cards are we going to shuffle down? 2. So 1, 2. So that will be our setup there. Alrighty. So we have a rogue figure, we have a doom token. Our elite investigators are here, another doom token, another rogue figure over here, doom token. We got all the different things there. So we're going to be playing with Marie Lambert. She's the entertainer. She has the smoky valet power. Once per round, after you perform an action, another investigator on any space may perform that same action. She starts with Witch Blood and Intervene, and $4. And so I randomly was rolling, and I drew her. Then I randomly rolled another one, and we rolled Agnes. And I'm like, well, Agnes is like the default one that they say you should start the scenario with. So I'm like, let's try and roll another one. So I put Agnes back in and rolled again. And Agnes came up a second time. And I said, okay, that's it. Shuffled them up one more time. And I rolled again. And the third time it came up with Agnes. And I said, okay, that's it. If it 3 times in a row it came up with her, there must be the gods speaking that we need her, unfortunately. So she has blood casting. You may suffer damage instead of horror while casting a spell. And then blood is power. When casting a spell, if you suffer damage or spend remnants, you get +2 to your lore. So she starts with the Heirloom of Hiberia. After you cast a spell, you may focus one of your skills of your choice. And she starts with Flesh Ward's spell. Once per round, if you or another investigator or an ally in your space would suffer damage, you may test lore to prevent damage equal to your test results. Alright, so we need to finish setting this up with our final preparations here. So we need to draw the top 3 cards of the event deck. So the first one is going to be downtown. So we're going to take a clue token. Where are the clue tokens? Here they are, right here. Downtown. We're going to place the clue token in downtown. And then what we do is we take the top 2 cards from the downtown deck. We take the card we just drew. And we just randomly shuffle these in there until no one knows where the cards are. So somewhere in the top 3 cards will be a clue card. We're trying to get these clue cards so we can get these clues. Alright, so that's done. The second one is going to be the Merchant District. So we'll put one down here in the Merchant District. Take the top 2 cards of the Merchant deck, which all these decks have been shuffled as well. So, boom, 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 boom. Alright, so that's done. And last but not least, we have East Town. So take the top 2. Take a clue token, place that in the middle there, and shuffle these suckers up. Unfortunately, none spawned in our location, which is kind of a bummer. Oh well. Alright, then we place doom tokens in each space indicated by the back of the scenario card, which we did. And then we spread doom once. We draw the bottom card of the event deck, so that's going to be the bottom card here, and that's going to be downtown. And draw the bottom card of the event deck and discard it face down next to the deck. Place one doom token on each space that has a doom icon next to the name of the card. So downtown, and we have one in La Bella Tuna. Alright, so that is the doom. Let's get a doom. I think these are doom. So that's going to go there. And then last but not least, we are going to draw card number 2 and card number 3 from the Outbreak deck, or from the, what's this deck called? The Codex. So card number 2 says, I'm going to put these in play. It says, I keep wanting to speak over here, but it's over here is the microphone today. When a space has 3 doom on it, or a neighborhood, which is the big location, has 5 doom on it, you're going to place an anomaly in the middle of the neighborhood. If additional doom would be placed in any of the neighborhood, instead place that doom on the scenario card instead. If you would resolve an encounter in the neighborhood with an anomaly, you instead resolve from the anomaly encounter deck instead. When a neighborhood has 0 doom, remove the anomaly from that neighborhood. So we now have the chance of anomalies. And number 3. Excuse me. Okay, the day dawns of color of hammered lead, with a stillness and chill that settles over the gobbled roofs of ARKHAM and lingers. As you go through the morning ritual, you cannot shake the feeling of having done it before. The same breakfast, the same headlines in the newspaper, warning of disappearances and odd ongoings. As a note in your handwriting reading, "The Damon Sultan approaches, meet at the train station." So, our objective is when there are 3 or more clues on the scenario sheet, and neither card 4 nor 7 are in the codex, add card 4 to the codex. When there are 3 or more doom tokens on the scenario card, we're going to flip this over. So, that's what we have. Alright, here we go. I think I'll keep this handy, but hopefully we won't need too much of it. Alright, so each investigator can perform each action no more than once per round, although she has a special power that lets her to do it. It's actually Witchblood. Action, you may perform an action you already performed this round. You can allow another investigator to perform this action with your smoky velvet ability. Once per round, after you spend a remnant, you gain 1 remnant. So what I'm thinking is, this intervene spell, once per round, when another investigator on any space is resolving a test, you may test lore -1, adding the number of test results to other investigators' test results. It does cost 2 sanity to do it. I'm thinking we might want to trade. Trade this over to her, because she has 4 lore, she only has 3 lore. Plus, if she blood casts it, she would get a +2 to her check. So that would be 6. -1 would be 5. So she'd get 5 dice. So chances are she'd get hopefully a couple of successes to add to somebody else. So. They're both really supposed to be good at, if you look at the back of the cards, in this edition, 3rd edition anyways. Right. On the back it tells you your starting possessions, and then it tells you you might have a choice of some spells to cast, and then it gives you some backstory about the character, and then it tells you your primary role. And both of our heroes have a primary role of mystic. As a mystic, you are adept at warding against evil. Your focus should be removing doom from the board. You are the best defense against the Ancient One. A secondary role is a survivor. Your advantages lie with surviving the relentless assault of the mythos and helping your fellow investigators do the same. Support one another will lead to victory. So they're both mystics. So they're both good at getting rid of doom, hopefully. So, just so happens that worked out. So, what I'm thinking is, we can try to move Agnes over here to get this. She can try to move over here. She can use her ability to have Agnes move over there for free. What else can she do? Gather resources, focus a skill, ward. If we can get her moved over there. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Agnes Baker. First ability is she's going to trade, and basically she's going to trade, I believe you could trade skills. Let's just double check that, because you're kind of a bummer if you can't trade skills. Trade. When you perform a trade action, you and other investigators in your space may exchange any number of allies, items, spells, monies, clues, or remnants with one another. Health, sanity tokens, talents, and conditions cannot be traded. Okay. So she can trade spells. She can also trade money. So, I think we have some items over here. We have a knife, a grotesque statue, a lucky cigarette case, an outworld codex, and fine clothes. Unfortunately, 4, 5, and 1, they're all kind of expensive. She does have 5, she only has 4. Or, I'm sorry, she has 4, she has 5. So Agnes is actually going to give her $1 as well. So she'll have $5 to start with. So she'll be kind of the spellcaster of the group. So that was her first action. Her second action is she's going to move. She's going to move 1, 2. So she can move 2 spaces. And then that'll be her actions. Now, Marie Lambert, Marie Lambert, I think is how you pronounce that. Well, we'll see. She is going to spend her first action. She's going to move up there. And then her second action, she's going to do her smoky velvet. And she is, once per round, after you perform an action, another investigator on a space may perform the same action. So her second action is going to be to ward. Ward is testing your lore to remove doom equal to your test results from the space. If you remove 2 or more, you gain a remnant. So, she has 3 lore. So, and there went the dice. Alright, this is actually a 2 or something. It was an unsuccess, but this is 2 successes. 20, she removes the doom from here, and then she's going to let Agnes perform the same action she just took. And she has a lore of 4. And she has a 5, so that is a success. So they're removing the doom. Good girls. Good girls. Excelente. All right. So, boom, 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 boom. That is the investigator's turn. So after the investigator turn, oops. After the investigators go, we got the monster phase. Each running monster activates, usually by moving. All right, so these robed figures move towards unstable space. And the unstable space is, if I'm not mistaken, it is whatever is on this card that has the doom, I believe. Let's see. Monsters. The unstable space is a beacon for paranormal activity. The space marked with the Doom icon in the top event card in the discard pile is the unstable space. Yes, I am correct. So they're going to move towards the unstable space, which happens to be La Bella Tuna. So they're going to move there, and he's going to move there as well. So they're drawn to there. All right, so each engaged monsters deal damage, each exhausted monster, blah, blah, blah. Encounter phase. You draw and resolve an encounter matching your space unless you're engaged with the monster. All right, so we will go with Agnes first. Agnes is up in the north side, and she is at the ARKHAM Advertiser. Editor Dole Jeffries tells you about a hot tip that he needs you to follow up on. Spawn one clue. Either test influence to ask for payment up front, or spend one remnant to show him the type of challenges you face. If you pass or spend the remnant, Doyle reluctantly agrees to give you $3. So either test your influence to ask for payment up front, or spend one remnant to show him the types of challenges you face. Well, we don't have a remnant, so that's not going to be a thing. So she has a influence of 2. Let's see if she passes to get... I guess nothing bad is going to happen, so that's kind of good. And 2 successes. Nice. So she's going to gain $3. $3. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right, and then this was not one of the coup cards, so I guess it goes on the bottom. And so she's going to get $3, so we'll give her 5 and take 2 away. So she's up to $8. Nice. All right, now Unvisited Isles here for Agnes, which is in the the Merchant District. Unvisited Isles. Give me something good, cracks the old woman, speaking from her cooking pot. Either test lore to teach her a recipe using the island's vegetation, or spend one remnant to provide the ingredients. If you pass or spend the remnants, she grubs within her apron for your payment. You gain 1 curio item. Oh, okay. So we're going to test. These dice have been rolling hot so far. These dice. Hey, Viper Dave, how you doing? These dice have been either test lore or to teach her a recipe, or spend 1 remnant to provide the ingredients. Well, we don't have any remnants. And we got a success, so good for us. Look at us go. We have not failed yet on any checks. Wow, that's amazing. I just cursed myself, didn't I? Didn't I? This needs to go somewhere else. We're going to have to, here's our, for those of you at home that are interested, let's see here. So we're just going to put this somewhere else so it's out of the way, because I don't want to have to keep getting it caught on my thing when I roll. We put it back. Yeah, you can't kind of see. Can't kind of see. Well, just not a lot of room, is there? There's just not a lot of room. All right. Well, I'm just going to slide it under here then. All right. So what does she get there? She gains a curio item. Let's see. Is that part of it? Yes, it is part of the item deck. So we're going to randomly shuffle these up. And then flip till we get a curio item. No. Common. Oh, it's a common curio, unfortunately. And we shuffle these other ones back in. She gets a leather coat. You get +1 observation as part of an evade action. So she's got this leather coat to kind of help her get around. And again, that wasn't part of her clues. So, and that goes to Agnes. We're going to have to give her a little more room. She's got all the items so far. All right, shuffle these back in. I don't like this there because it distracts me. So we're going to have to just, I don't know, maybe we can put it in front of that for now. There you go. All right. So that was the encounter phase, mythos phase. Now draw 2 tokens from the mythos cup and resolve those effects one at a time. All investigators do this in play order. Okay? Yeah, let's see. Let's go put this card over here just as a reference. Maybe I'll slide it up under here. Yeah, that should be good. Okay. All right, so we have, where is our created cup of doom here? So there's, based on the scenario, on the back of the scenario card, it'll list your monster deck, all the monsters goes in your monster deck, your mythos cup, and then your finalized setup instructions. So we have all those tokens in the bag. So Agnes starts first, and I think each investigator draws 2, if I'm not mistaken. Action phase, mythos phase, yes. Yeah, on your turn, draw 2 tokens from the mythos cup one at a time and resolve their effects. And here is the list of the different effects that can happen. All right, so they don't go back in the cup, so eventually you're going to use them all up. There are spreading doom tokens, there's spawn monsters, there's headlines, there's clues, there's gate burst, there's reckoning, and there's blank, all in here. So first one, we're going to go for Marie first. I'm just going to put this under the table so I can't see. And draw one out. Here it comes. It is a blank. So nothing happens in a blank. A blank is just blank. We'll stack them up over there. Our second one, let's see here, is going to be... Oh, that does not look good. Gate burst. Okay. What does the gate burst do, you might ask? Well, I don't know. Gate burst. Resolve gate burst by taking the top card of the event deck and placing one doom token in each space on the corresponding neighborhood. Oof. Resolve a gate burst by taking the top card of the event deck, which is this one over here. Top card is going to be... Oh boy. Resolve a gate burst by taking the top card of the event deck and place one doom token on each space of the corresponding neighborhood. Alright, so doom, doom, and doom. And that's bad because, again, because of our codex here, if an area gets 3 doom in an area, then it gets one of these starbursty things. Or if any area gets 5, then it's the same thing. Alright, and so then what do we do with this card? Then shuffle that card and the entire event discard pile and place them on the bottom of the event deck. Then shuffle that card and the entire event discard pile, which so far we only have these 2. This one and this one. Then shuffle that card and the entire event discard pile and place them on the bottom of the event deck. Okay, so we're going to randomly shuffle this. Well, actually, we'll just roll a die. Even will be blue on top. It's odd, so that one will go on top. And then we'll place them back on the bottom of that deck. So there's a special holder for the event deck, so you can kind of see what's on the front, but you don't know what's in the bottom. You're not supposed to anyways. That's the whole point of it. Put this thing back up. Plus, that'll kind of hide it, so we don't know. You can't actually see there, because it'll help us. It'll prevent us from cheating, right? Because we can say, oh, well, if we draw the top card, it's going to be for the river town, so let's do that, because we'll draw the top card to be a river town. But if I got this blocking it, then we can't see, right? All right, so that was her second. So now we go to Agnes. Again, we'll put this underneath. Draw a card. That's a spawn a monster. That is a spawn a monster. I know that. Spawn one monster by drawing the bottom card of the monster deck. So where is our monster? Here is our monster deck. So we have hooded stalkers, high priest, rogue figures, ravenous predators, occult ritualists, swift baki, abysmal servants, Tilidus Alpha, the kneeling hound, and the endless watcher. All kind of bad things. So we're gonna actually shuffle these up. We haven't shuffled these actually. When I drew them, I just kind of left them there because I wasn't sure if we needed to shuffle, but we do. So, all right. So let's see. Where are we going to spawn this monster? Spawn one monster by drawing the bottom card of the monster deck and placing it on the board as instructed by the spawn text. The spawn effect text refers to a monster prey. That is the investigator that it moves towards when activating. Okay, well. Alright, so we're going to shuffle, and then we're going to put how many cards on the bottom? 1 card on the bottom. Actually, it would be the other way around because we're drawing from the bottom. So we'll take 1 from the bottom, put it on top, and so the next one is going to be, oh my god. It's going to be, well, come here, mister. The Abysmal Servant. So, what does he say? Spawn at street nearest prey. And prey again would be, if the spawn text refers to monster's prey, that is the investigator that it moves towards when activating. So the street nearest prey would be 1, 2, 3, because this would be next to her, this would be next to her, and this would be next to her. Actually, this one would be next to her as well. got 4 health. Ugh. After you fail to evade this monster, you disengage other monsters, and both you and it move 1 space towards the unstable space. Oh my god. Okay, well, we don't have really good fighters. Nobody has nobody has too many good things. Spawn at street nearest prey. But again, prey, there's not. If the spawn text refers to monster's prey, that is the investigator move to. Oh, you know what? Because we drew it for Agnes. Agnes will be his prey, right? Obviously. That makes sense. So Agnes is here. So it'll be either this one, or this one, because they're all adjacent to where she's standing. So, to make things completely random, I think we get choice, but whenever I have a choice, I just like to let it up to the dice. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's going to go right over here. And this guy's pretty tough. To evade, you get -2 to evade it. She only has 2 dice. -1 is to fight it. And it's got 4 health. Hopefully Marie can get a couple items to help kill monsters because, well, right now we're in trouble. Alright, so it's going to spawn right here in the streets. The Abysmal Servant. That was her first draw. Alright, back under the table. Draw another one. Oh, Jesus Christ, what's this? Reckoning. Resolve the Reckoning effect. All effects preceded by the Reckoning icon and all components in play. Usually this will just be the Reckoning effect of the scenario sheet. But some headlines and other cards might also have reckoning effects. So where is our reckoning effect? For each cultist monster, place 1 doom in its space. We don't have any cultists. Yes, we do. Ah, no. 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 Really? Wow, that's really bad. Wow, that's really bad. Because these things are monster human cultists. So the rogue figures... We're both here. For each cultist monster, place 1 doom in a space. If it's in a street space, place the doom in an adjacent neighborhood space instead. Okay, well, unfortunately, that is going to cause a problem right off the bat. So we got to put a doom there and a doom there, which means there's now 3 in that location, which means we now have, what is that thing called? It's bad. Whatever it's called, it's bad. It's called the bad thing. It's called the, what is the damn thing called? Anomaly token. We have an anomaly there. So the only way to clear out an anomaly is you have to clear out all of the doom tokens in the whole neighborhood. Of course, of course, of course. Well, we don't really want to be attacked by the Abysmal Servant just yet. I'd like to get away from him, actually. That would be super good. We have an area over here that might have an anomaly as well. Anytime Doom would be put on there. Anytime Doom that will be put on there because it has an anomaly will now go on our card. And once we have 3 or more on there because of our deja vu, we're going to flip this over and get more bad things that happen. So, alright, back to our action phase. Alright, I gotta find out the rules about when you engage monsters, because how does this game handle that? Alright. Okay. Monsters can be ready, exhausted, or engaged based on where it is physically located. Monsters that are ready are actively seeking out investigators and preparing to move and attack. A monster is on a space on the board with its ready side showing. If a ready monster is in the same space as an investigator for any reason, the monster engages the investigator. Monsters that are exhausted, blah, 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 blah. Alright. So what she is going to do... She's only got 2 strength. Oh boy. But she does have... So they're only 1 hit point to kill. So they're not tough. Alright, so Agnes Baker, what she's going to do is she is going to... She is going to focus her strength. She's going to go in and attack. She's got to go in and attack. And then her second action is going to be to move. 1, 2. So she's going to move in with the cultist. Now... That's her 2 actions. Now, Marie, what she's going to do is she's going to go 1, 2, 3. By spending $1, she can go that extra space. And then... Oh, hang on a second. Let me rethink this. Back up. How many extra spaces can you go by spending? I think you can just go 2 extra spaces, which is going to be a bummer when you go to move. I'm so used to my microphone being on the other side. Well, hopefully y'all can hear me okay, but... Action, move. Yes, the maximum of 2 additional spaces. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the most she can go. Damn. I needed her to get on this space so then she can... So these monsters actually engage with Agnes. I think you're supposed to bring them over and engage them, right? I need her to get somewhere where we can get clues, and I need her to get the remnants. So Alright, she will go. Damn, she can't do a move, and then she'll have to stop there, I guess. So she's going to do a move. 1, 2, 3 by spending $1. So go that extra, spending $1. There we go. She's going to go, and her second action is then going to be to ward. And she's going to use her Smoky Velvet. Smoky Velvet. To do ward. But she's engaged. I think if you're engaged, you can't actually. Can you? Investigators that are ward. Let's see. Ward. While you are engaged with the monster, you can perform only the focus, attack, and evade action. You cannot resolve an encounter. Damn. Let me take that back then. 1, 2, 3. Get your $1 back. You go 1, 2. Bring her back. Alright. She won't focus. Let's see. Okay, we might be able to do this after all. We're being all tricky about it. So these cultists are actually not engaged with her now. We're being all tricky. We have to think about this, right? So I can get her up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. She'll have to spend $2, which is all she has, but she can move up there. She can focus and then move up there. And she can move here. Oh, you know what's even better? All right. So, Marie Lambert. Marie. She is going to focus and use her Smoky Velvet ability to have Agnes do it as well. So she's going to do her combat. And Agnes is going to... What is Agnes going to get? What do you test to do the ward? Remove doom. Right. This ability though is that's alright. She is going to actually, even though it's one of her best skills, she's going to give +1 to her book skill. Alright, so that was her first ability. Her second ability is she's going to move 1, 2, 3 by spending $1. You can go 1 extra space or 2 extra spaces by spending $2, but then it's up to Agnes. Agnes will... So these are now engaged with her, actually. So that's kind of interesting. Agnes. She's going to move and then gather resources to get a buck. So we're not going to be able to make it up there. Unfortunately, we were trying, but we can't. So that's it. That's our things. All right, monster phase. Oh, wait a second. Hold up, cowboy. This might be played a little bit differently. This might be played. You have to do. Oh, you have to do an attack action to an. And engage it by placing it next to the investigator sheet. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Actually, we're going to undo... God damn it. Alright, so we're learning the rules. Just be patient. Just be patient. So, they're not going to... is she going to focus? No, because she has to do combat. Right. So, let's start over. Fucking A. Alright. So, she is going to move... no. Agnes is first going to move 1, 2 spaces. She will then get engaged by the monsters, and her second action will be to attack. I need her to fight. I move her in first. She's got to move in first. It's this power. This is the issue. Tony's board life. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. It's his power. Once per round, after you perform an action, another investigator on any space may perform that same action. So I have to figure out where they have to all be. So when she activates this power, it's the right timing that it needs to be done. So she moves in there. I want her to basically move in there. All right, yeah. So what we'll do is we will focus first. So she's going to get +1 to her combat. She's going to focus first, and then she is going to move in. Okay, then she is going to go 1, 2, 3, which means, yeah, they will both engage her. She will go move in there and spend $1 to move the extra space, and then she's going to attack and use her smoky velvet power to have Agnes also attack. So, Marie attacking. So -0 to combat dice. Okay, that's a good thing. But she only has 2. She only gets 2. But she can get help by, if Agnes casts this spell, that would be super cool. Alright. We need a success. We only need 1 to kill this damn thing. So let's do this. Yeah, and I don't think you have to check sanity or anything. Either evade it or fight it, and then this is the amount of damage it does to you if it's engaged with you. So, alright, come on, Marie. Come on. Alright, so what Marie's going to do is she's going to use her intervene power. Once per round, when another investigator on any space is resolving a test. This is a strength test for Marie. So you may test lore -1, add their text result to the other investigator. It costs her 2 sanity, but she can take a sanity. Where's our sanity tokens? Did I not get them out of the box? Alright, sanity and health. There we go. So she's going to take 1 point of health. And because she's doing your blood is power ability, While casting a spell, if you suffer damage or spend remnants, you gain +2 to your lore. So she's going to take 1 sanity and 1 health damage to cast Intervene. So it is going to be, her lore is 4, +2 is 6, -1 for the spell. So she's going to get 5 dice to add to Marie's attack. Intervene. Oh my god, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2. Unbelievable. So she casts a spell. Now, after you cast a spell, you may focus 1 skill of your choice. So she's going to spend that to focus her lore +1. You can't give this a +2, can you? No. No, okay. Damn! So she didn't end up killing that thing. All that to kill a stupid cultist, and Our Lady's miss terribly. Alright, so she attacks. She's going to use her Smoky Velvet power and have Angus attack. And so Angus is going to attack now. She only has a strength of 2. Success! 5. Alright, so that's only the only success we needed. So that guy is dead. So we killed one of them. The other one is still attached to Marie. Marie. Yeah, we'll put Marie next to the figure so we know that. So great plan. Just a terrible roll. Just screwed us. Just killed us. Oh, and somebody takes damage. She takes damage because now the monster is going to attack her, right? Engaged monster deals damage and horror to the investigator. So he's going to do 1 point of damage to her there on the bottom. You can see that maybe. So she's going to take a point of damage as well now because she couldn't kill her cultist. What a not good encounter that ended up being. Damn. Alright, and then each moves, and this one is going to hunt. Move towards and engage investigator with most clues. Nobody has, well, they're in the same spot, so it's not going to matter. He's going to move 2 spaces. 1, 2. He's going to hunt us down. Isn't that great? He's going to hunt us down. And he will freaking destroy us, won't he? Well, we might just have to kill this guy and run next turn. Alright, so that was monster. Encounter. You draw and resolve an encounter matching your space unless you're engaged with the monster. So she won't get an encounter. But Agnes will, but she is in the temporal fissure area. You're rolling like ones, like usually I do. That was a terrible roll. We literally did not fail any roll until like a minute ago, and now all we've done is fail, fail, fail. So it was like a great start. Just hasn't been great since the start. All right, so that is that. Now I need to find out what those numbers on that mean, which I believe is going to be your. anomalies. Right. During your turn is encounter phase. If you're in a neighborhood with an anomaly, you must have an anomaly encounter instead of a normal neighborhood encounter. You draw the top card of the anomaly deck and resolve the section of the corresponding amount of doom in your space. Oh, good. So we were in a space with 3 doom. Good, good, good. All right, so Marie doesn't get an encounter because she has a monster, so she doesn't have time to investigate and do all the fun stuff. But Agnes will get one, and we have 3 on here, and you can always see it's 1, 2, 0 to 1, 2, and 3. You learn fascinating and helpful things from an obscure book. Lore -2. If you pass, the book whispers secrets of the universe to you. You remove 3 doom tokens from your space and gain 1 remnant. If you fail, the message and the writings are haunted. You become cursed. Oh my goodness. All right, we really need this. So good thing she bumped up her war. So it's 4 plus 1 is 5. And it's a -2, so she's only going to get to roll 3 dice. Does she have any bonuses? No. Come on. She really needs this now. Come on. Come on, people. Get it. Nah. Look at that. 1, 1, 3. Oh, schmoly. Does she have anything to redo? Because we do not want to become cursed. Cursed means you only hit on 6s. Instead of 5s and 6s, you only hit on 6s. After you pass the test, discard this card. If you become blessed, discard this card instead. Okay, so to get rid of the curse condition, we just need to resolve a test that she can pass. Oh, so sad. Alright, that was the encounter phase. So the monster encounters her, does the damage, and then she just did that other thing. So now it's the mythos phase. Back to the cup of death. Alright, we're going to do Marie first. First one is blank. Good job. Second one is doom. Doom. It's going to be a doom. It's going to be a doom. So we draw the back. I think it was the back card. Wasn't it the back card? I think it was the back card. Bottom card of the event face. Right. Okay, so we draw the bottom card. So we don't know where it is. Downtown. That is right where we're at. Downtown. Downtown, yes. Which is bad because since it's downtown, spread doom once by activating the bottom card of the event deck face up and placing 1 doom token on the location on the card marked with the doom icon. Oh, it's La Bella Tuna, which is right where we're at. Of course, because we just put this in the back of the deck before. Place 1 doom token on the location of the card marked with the doom. So instead of going, where's doom? Instead of going here, it's going to go on our Azathoth approaches. So it's got 1 doom on there now. And then this card gets discarded there. Right. Alright, so that was a blank and a thing, so that's it for her. Now we could do something good for Agnes here. Come on, Agnes. Do something good. Agnes. Clue! So we're actually going to spawn a clue. Spawn a clue by taking the cop card from the event deck. merchant district.
We need to leave at 2:20.
Spawn one coup by taking the top card of the event deck and placing one coup token in the area on the center. Then, all right. So it's going to the merchant district, which is down here. There's 2 coups down here now. No doom. And then we take this, and we take the top 2 cards here. And again, we shuffle it up. And I've got to go, so we're going to have to pick this up later. I'm just going to leave everything right where it is. We've got an appointment here, so later tonight we'll see if we get back online and finish this up for you guys here. So, yeah, there we go. So that was the top part there. And then the last card, or the last token will be, oh, another clue. Excellent. Well, I guess I should have left it off. And this is going to be East Town. East Town. Oops, don't look at it. East Town. So we take the top 2 cards. We place a thing on East Town. So there's 2 there. There's 2 there. Got to get some of these clue tokens. Oh, she could have got a remnant too. Ah, she would have been successful. Oh my gosh. But of course, you know, she wasn't. And we have no... If it was her doing the test, then she could have done this intervene power, but she can't do that for herself. And now that she's cursed, the intervene is going to be twice as bad, because instead of hitting on 5s and 6s are successes, now just 6 are successes. So yeah. Well, anyways, guys, thanks for coming out. Viper Dave, Tony's Board Life. Be sure to check out Tony's Board Life. Great military strategy channel and lots of good information on his channel. So make sure you subscribe. And Viper Dave, we'll see y'all later. All right, guys, take care.